Hello engineers, Radhe-Radhe. I am Upendra and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, today I am discussing about counter. Actually in previous video, there are approx 7 videos on timer and timer types, accumulator base uh, and also TOF timer, RTO timer. So in this video, I am discussing about counter. So how many counters and what is counter? What is the function of counter? So engineers, let's start this video. And also I have some important notes about counter. So you have to write in your notebooks. So what is counter? So actually you in your daily life you have already see counter. Counter means count the value which will be counted. Understand what you have to I have to say to you. So PLC counters are internal PLC instruction that can be used to count input or output signal in the PLC. And you are already know that means count any value. So in PLC, the counter instruction is basically used in PLC and it is used to count the input and output signals in the PLC program. Like as any product is going on in the line, then the product is sensed by sensor and it's count the value number one, then after number two, then after number three, then after number four, then after number fifth. By one, it's count the value and the actually function of counter is this. And next line is these counters operate like relay counters. Relay, but you cannot hold a PLC counter in your hand. They do not need to connected wires operate. Actually, relay counters operate like a PLC counters, but PLC counter operate like a relay counter. But in PLC counters, you have to not control, not to hold the PLC counter. But in relay counter you have to hold and relay counters requires wires, but PLC counter do not needs wires to operate any value. And also there are 6 points about counter. So actually it is used to count the value, means counter instruction is actually used to count the value. Like as count the value means the any logic is going on, any program is going on, wo- any means कहें तो any operation is going on, then it's count the value. And second, it does not need any continuous value, means PLC counter does not need any continuous value. Like as a give continuous value, it's does not required. And third point, accumulator value does not depend on preset value like timer. Actually in timer, accumulator value is depend on preset, but in counter, accumulator value does not depend on preset. And fourth one, there are 32 counter addressing. Means counter addressing are 32 in which PLC MicroLogix 1000 PLC C502 C531. And fifth line is there are two types of counter. Counter up, counter down. CTU, what is the full form of CTU? Counter off. And what is the full form of CTD? Counter down. And sixth, it is designed in 2 power 16 and 2 into 2 power 16 equal to 65535 unsigned value plus sign value minus sign value 0 to 32,761 CT7 counter up and minus sign 0 to 32,768 counter down. So मीन्स साइन वैल्यू कितने होते हैं इसमें 2 का पावर 16 होते हैं, प्लस साइन 0 से 32,767 से प्लस में माइनस में 0 से 32,768। ये प्लस में जो होते हैं काउंटर अप के लिए यूज करते हैं, अब जो माइनस में होते हैं काउंटर डाउन के लिए। सो इंजीनियर्स, आई होप you understand. So next video is on the how many types of counter in PLC, about full details video on it, counter up and counter down. So engineers, let's keep with us. Thanks. Radhe Radhe.